Unfiltered Improv, full-flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond.
Hello, and welcome back to yet another delightful episode of Homegrown Toledo Creatives right here on WAKT WAKT Radio. Hey, we are unfiltered. We're an improv troupe from Toledo and beyond. In fact, I think most of us aren't even from Toledo anymore. That's right. Tonight's episode stars such Michiganders as Ashley Davis, Kate Britt, Bonnie Schmitz, Brian Poplowski, Mark Holliday, Paul Bergman, Josh Kaiden, and yours truly, Robin Molly. Our first game today is called I Couldn't Have Done It Without. This is our opportunity to praise our fellow players for all the wonderful accomplishments that they've helped us to achieve. To get started, Josh, your suggestion is birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Hey, Mark, I wanted to thank you so much for shoving my kid's face into that birthday cake the other day. I feel like, Ricky needs to toughen up and, he needs to learn that life is kind of harsh and cruel sooner rather than later. And you've put him on that path. And I can't thank you enough for that. So.
You're welcome, Josh. I always enjoy slamming kids' faces into things. But that particular incident, I couldn't have done that without Ashley. Ashley's like, she double dog dared me. And anybody that knows me knows I never turn down a double dog dare. So Ashley, thank you for that.
Of course. I mean, though, to be honest, I couldn't have done it without Kate, because growing up, she's the one who taught me about double dog dares and just how important they were. We spent pretty much every day watching A Christmas Story and the importance of the triple dog dare. So without her, I couldn't have done it.
Well, I'd like to take credit for that, but I couldn't have done it without Robin. Robin actually starred in A Christmas Story as the kid who got his tongue stuck to the pole. And honestly, just that iconic moment changed my life, and everything I do now is based on The Christmas Story. So I just got to thank you, Robin.
Oh, you're so welcome, Kate. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without Paul. When I was a small child, Paul stripped my tongue of all of its feelings, all of the nerves that sense pain, allowing me to just have a completely numb tongue and just stick it right to that pole without fear of painful repercussions. So thank you, Paul, for your life-changing decision that you made about altering my tongue.
Robin, thank you. It was my pleasure to put you through that. And I really have to thank Bonnie because she opened up her school for really young dentists who are do weird things. And I took her online class, and that's where I learned the techniques which involved the situation with your tongue, which actually ended up being a good thing for you. So thanks, Bonnie, for your online class.
You're really welcome. I'd like to take all the credit, but ultimately Brian's the one who gave me the idea for my online child dentistry school. And he's the one who, said, why are adult dentists' hands so big? We need more child dentists. Get their teeny tiny little fingers. They don't even need dental floss. They can just really get in there. And, that kind of ingenuity and genius, thanks, Brian. I couldn't have done without you.
Well, you're absolutely welcome. I was happy to pass on the inspiration that Josh gave me. Josh, as we all know, one night I was reading a Charles Dickens novel and fell asleep, and Josh leapt out of the book fully formed and started, subjecting my life to kind of Dickensian child horror. And, I was like, children are kind of wasted with not having jobs and being part of industry. So Josh, top of the morning to ye. I don't know if that's right.
Well, you are so welcome, and I'm just glad that I could stay here in the one decade into or 2 decades into this 21st century and help reintroduce children like my boy Ricky to the evils of childhood and the evils of adult life all kind of at the same time.
Please, sir, can I have some more suction?
Okay, that I couldn't have done it without. We're gonna hand things over to Josh to host our next game.
Awesome. Our next game is called Foursquare. Our players will be Mark, Robin, Paul, and Kate. We're going to get suggestions for each pair of them. We'll see 4 different scenes that we'll rotate through a couple times. So for Mark and Robin, can I get a suggestion of a nonsense word?
Platankin.
I heard neither of those.
Platankin.
Watankin?
Platankin.
Platankin.
Patankin.
Platankin.
Okay, Robin and Paul, can I get a really kind of painful sounding word?
Kaboom.
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 For Paul and Kate, can I get a word you just love to say?
Defenestration.
Defenestration. And for Kate and Mark, can I get the shortest word you know?
I.
Aye. There you go. Let's rotate.
I don't know what you expected.
Platankin.
Patankin.
Robin and Paul.
Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Paul and Kate.
Defenestration.
Defenestration.
And Kate and Mark.
I.
Okay, Mark and Robin, take it away.
Can I get the country of origin, please?
Yes, it is the Ukraine.
Ukraine. Can you use it in a sentence?
How you platankin today, madame?
Patankin. Plantik.
Oh!
And rotate.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a really good jog.
Oh man.
I felt it in my hammies.
I felt it in my heart. Yeah.
I heard
think
it.
I had it. I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah,
Thank God I didn't.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
Yeah. I mean, we just started jogging today and I feel good, but I think my life might be in danger now.
That's so ironic because if you recall, we started jogging because we weren't doing enough activity. And I was like, I don't really want to have to cash in this life insurance that I bought for you. So maybe we should get healthy. Let's go for a jog. And here I almost killed you by doing the thing that I thought would help you to live longer.
Stop. You just took out life insurance on me?
And rotate.
You just threw the pie out the window.
I didn't like the pie.
That doesn't mean you get to throw it out the window. I worked for 4 hours on that apple crusted pie.
I know, but I saw that you put rat poison in it, and I'm not about to get defenestrated just because you want me to be.
Look, I don't know what you're implying by saying that I put rat poison in a pie, but I mean, if you're so afraid of defenestration, why don't you just leave?
Because divorcing you would be a lot more complicated. So I'm willing to stay married, darling.
Mm-hmm. You just
Yeah.
won't eat any of my food.
No, not
And
anymore.
rotate.
I just feel that when we're having a conversation and you bring my mother up, I feel angry.
Okay. I feel when I can sense that you're angry about me talking about your mom, that you have mommy issues. That is what I feel. That you are kind of, it's ruining our relationship. Giving you time to speak.
I feel like that's a stupid opinion, and I totally respect you for it, but it's stupid.
I feel like your definition of stupid is just anything that makes you uncomfortable. And so I feel that I'm going to be the bigger person in this situation and stay in it, even though you, I feel, are too childish to carry on in an adult way.
I feel like your assessment is correct.
And rotates.
Henry, I cannot believe you got out on the 4th round. You have disappointed me once again.
I'm sorry, Mom. I just wanted to make you happy one time before you died.
You want me to be happy before I die so bad that I'm inclined to just end it all right now, just so that you'll never reach your dreams.
Would you please? Would you please?
I think that you'd better use it in a sentence.
And rotates.
Just one teensy little backup plan life insurance policy.
I know, but you didn't even tell me about it.
Well, no, I did kind of. Remember when I took you to, got your permission for that doctor to come to the house, and they asked you all those questions, and you put in the cup, and they took some of your blood samples.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all to make sure that I got the lowest rate possible on the life insurance plan. I thought you knew that.
That wasn't clear. That wasn't clear to me. Okay. Well,
obviously, I don't want to have to need it.
Look, I care about you, and if anything ever happens to me, I definitely want you to be, okay, financially. So I'm perfectly fine with it.
I care about you too. That's why I took some money out of your bank account to pay down my debt. So that way, if anything should happen to me, you wouldn't have to have that lingering over your head.
I know you did that. I saw the transaction from last week, and I let you do it. And I didn't say anything because I love you too much.
Oh. Oh, no one's ever loved me enough to let me get away with such horrible things. That's why I've been adopted 8 times.
That's exactly why I adopted you.
All right, so we're just gonna take this, my friend's private plane to Orlando. This is gonna be a great trip.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I've never been to Universal Studios.
Yeah, so bad news. I've got to take the bus because they don't, I'm on this weird list at the airport, but my friend is one of the greatest, pilots, and he's had this plane for at least 3 months. And so I feel like you're just going to have a great trip, and I'll meet you down there.
I'm perfectly okay for that because I know that I'm not going to get there's no way for me to get defenestrated on that flight.
No, I could. No, there's not like any kind of, unregulated parachute or unquestionable tomato juice. Nothing that could possibly impact your life. And then we'll go to, Universal Studios and meet an alligator.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a really good time. We're going to have a really good time.
Well, I'll be waiting for you when your bus pulls in.
Oh, yeah, definitely wait for me. I'm gonna actually leave a week before you because of the whole bus thing. But I mean, all I gotta say is just like maybe even just go to sleep on the flight. Like, don't even just like take a couple Xanax. Be out.
And
Just
rotate.
I feel like you're never there when I need you.
Feel like I'm having a breakthrough. I think I'm feeling something other than anger, and it scares me.
Okay. I feel like I can give you the space to tell me about this now. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling a tingling. It's not a bad feeling. It's a good feeling.
Where is this tingling
I would say in my,
located?
I'm feeling tingling in my chestal region.
Okay.
It's kind of like all around lightness, and
Yeah.
like gravity doesn't apply to me or something.
Okay. Do you remember the last thing you did before this tingling started?
I thought about you.
Really? What, like a memory or just?
I thought about the first time we held hands, and it made me feel light.
This is really a breakthrough. Will you hold my hand right now?
I will.
And scene. Oh, and on that late note, after a lot of darkness in there, I'm gonna hand things back to Robin to host our next game.
Well, not to try to turn things to, darkness again, but this next game is called Battle Scene. That's right. Our scenes are going to battle. We have two teams of scenes. We've got Brian and Bonnie in one scene and Ashley and Josh in another scene. And these scenes both take place in the same location. I need a suggestion. What is the location that they are in?
Fruit stand.
A fruit stand. All right. So we've got our two different scenes happening back and forth at the fruit stand. And when I yell battle scene, those two scenes will seamlessly merge into one scene at the fruit stand. All right, Brian and Bonnie, take it away.
See, honey, you thought quitting my Wall Street job and opening up a fruit stand in the country would fail, and here it is.
Yeah. Being 8 months pregnant with twins is really, really making this a lot easier for me to deal with. Definitely.
Look, you can't time out your life perfectly. If you always wait for the perfect opportunity, you're never going to take any chances. I took a chance, and look at all this fruit.
Well, right now in my third trimester, the babies don't like fruit. So,
oh my God. Does everything have to turn into a conversation about how pregnant you are?
right now, I'm just gonna right now, absolutely.
Switch.
I just think for a farm to table restaurant, we need to get foods from a farm. Otherwise, we'll get the Kroger to table restaurant, and that doesn't have the same ring.
I get it. I'm with you on one level, like the farm part, right? I get the word, but the smells here, they're getting to me. It's so natural.
I know. It's not pleasant. But nothing about the restaurant business is pleasant. It sucks.
It does suck. And it makes me question a little bit why we chose to go into it. We're already feeling that way and we haven't even opened our doors.
I don't know, man. Your mom was handing down that recipe book and said, make something with this. And I thought she meant go big or go home.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. My mom, go big or go home. That's kind of her motto. But anyway, I feel like, we got to make some choices here. And the first thing is the zucchini or summer squash, right? Which is we need a star dish for our grand opening on Tuesday.
I think here's what we do. We count down from 3. We just say the first thing that comes to our mind. Zucchini or summer squash.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
3, 2,
Switch.
1.
You know what? I'm starting to get the feeling that once you're done being pregnant, then you're just going to talk about the kid and not the fruit.
Again, it's kids. You keep forgetting we're
I
having
do.
twins and we're living out of your mom's basement because it's closer to the fruit stand.
Yeah, right. Right. Do you want to get out of that basement? Well, you better start supporting the fruit stand. It's a
If you-
catch-22. You either got to live in my mom's basement or support my habit. What's the least bad one for you?
I suppose I could choke down a few strawberries, but I think you really need to think about advertising here because everybody's looking for vegetables. Nobody even knows that we're selling fruit here. And that is just the tip of the iceberg.
You can advertise a fruit stand?
Switch.
So neither zucchini or summer squash is fruit. I'm real.
Well, no, they're both fruit. They're both fruit. They got seeds in them. That's all it takes, right? Tomatoes, summer squash, zucchini. That's it's technical fruit, but yeah, it threw me off too when we arrived at the fruit stand, and it was a lot of vegetables.
I don't know, Thomas. What do you think? I just feel like we're going down this path and neither of us really have our hearts in it.
I'm with you. Our hearts aren't in it. Farm to table is not the way to go. So maybe we just go back to the Kroger to table that I originally advocated for.
Battle scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, honey, we got customers. Hi, welcome to Daryl's Durian. Would you like a durian?
Oh my God, what is that smell?
That's the durian. It's terrible.
That's why
It's
I'm
like-
wearing nose plugs. Yeah.
It's like teriyaki and old sweat socks all kind of rolled into one.
Oh,
You seem to be kind of into it.
I'm not. I want to be into it because it feels like the kind of thing that people pay a lot of money for.
Not in my experience.
No, it definitely is. Honey, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
No, it's top dollar for this rare delicacy.
Yeah, maybe you guys just dive in and show us how to eat it then.
And scene. We're going to hand things over to Josh to host this last game of the night.
Okay, for our final game, we're going to play a game called You Know They're the Child Of. I will give our players either an object or a profession, and they will, offer jokes beginning with you know they're the child of. So if I were to say dentist, they might say, you know they're the child of a dentist because they always tell the truth, right?
I did it.
Somehow
I
they're
did
going
it.
to have to try to top that joke in the
You did
next
it.
few minutes. So, players, how about a reporter?
You know they're the child of a reporter because they're always playing the field.
You know, there's a child of a reporter because when I dated him, he always said, "This just in."
You know they're the child of a reporter because they're always burying the lead, if you know what I mean.
You know, they're the child of a reporter because if you have a relationship with them, they're going to tell everybody about it.
You know they're the child of a reporter because they're really resentful of how the internet has impacted their life.
You know they're the child of reporter because they always keep their sources confidential.
You know they're
Okay,
the
how
child of a reporter because they're always running major life decisions by their editor.
about chiropractor?
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because they're a total quack.
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because baby got back.
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because they're addicted to crack.
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because they're a pain in the back.
Not the neck?
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because they also didn't go to medical school.
You know that they're the child of a chiropractor because they're totally aligned with my values.
You know they're the child of a chiropractor because they're not covered by any insurance plan.
About a baggage handler. Baggage handler.
You know they're a child of a baggage handler because they're always breaking wheelchairs.
You know they're the child of a baggage handler because they're always crawling around in your belly.
You know they're the child of a baggage handler because they just haven't got over their last boyfriend yet.
You know they're the
Baggage.
child of a baggage handler because every time you hand them something, they just throw it against the wall.
You know they're the child of a baggage handler because after they throw your stuff against the wall, they hold their hand out like they expect money or something.
You know they're the child of a baggage handler because they drive one of those stair cars.
Okay. How about a jigsaw puzzle? A jigsaw puzzle.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they're always getting so many pieces.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because I just can't figure them out.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they got edge.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because my grandma's really into them.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they have that one missing piece that you search for endlessly and you can't find it. You can't sleep until it's done.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because I give up on them after about 2 months.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because I stole it from the Goodwill.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because once they've finished, they want to frame it.
You know they're a child of a jigsaw puzzle because the best ones come from Germany.
But you know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they just kind of sit on your table and they just stay there for months, even if you don't pay attention to them.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because it looks just like a Henri Matisse painting.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they're always hanging out in nursing homes.
You know they're the child of a jigsaw puzzle because they're made of cardboard and come in a box.
Finally, players, teddy bear.
You know they're
You
the
know-
child of a teddy bear because they keep secretly filming me.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because I hide my drugs in them.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because they got a really hairy chest.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because they remind me of a very sad episode of Breaking Bad.
Oh.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because I brought him home from the carnival.
You know they're the child. You know they're the child of a teddy bear because they're just so full of it.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because he's got dead eyes.
You know they're the child of the teddy bear because they sleep from like November to March.
Like
know
a
they're
teddy
the-
bear.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because they start out with no heart inside them.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because like that first time you put them in the washing machine, they never come out the same.
You know they're the child of a teddy bear because they don't wear pants.
Okay, and on that note, players, we're gonna call it a game. I want to remind our listeners that you can actually purchase things at Goodwill. You don't have to steal them; they're quite inexpensive. And I'll hand things back to Rob.
Josh, you're such a killjoy. Hey, thanks for tuning in again. We hope you had a wonderful evening right here with us on Homegrown Toledo Creatives. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Unfiltered Improv, full flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond. Hosted by Robin Molly and Josh Kynan, with editing by Robin Molly. Recorded for Homegrown Toledo Creatives on WAKT